Hello everyone, welcome to the Thr Show. My name is Osasu Paul Azino. The Thr Show focuses on social sector managers and entrepreneurs who by sheer determination and passion work through their projects. On this show we will focus on the challenges and the impacts of this project. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, or people you would like us to interview, please drop a comment below. Hello everyone, welcome to the Thr Show. My name is Osasu Paul Azino. John Crosby said, mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. My guest on the show today is one individual doing every single bit of what I just talked about with a 9 to 5. Please make welcome Gbam.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Janet.
Hi, Osas.
How are you? It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank
You have such a lovely smile.
Oh, thank you.
Please tell us about yourself.
Okay. So I attended the Benue State University and did my law school in Yanagwa campus of the Nigerian Law School. I'm certified with the UNODC on basic counseling and rehabilitation skills. I worked specifically in trauma. And then I've also volunteered in so many organizations. Like I started volunteering since 2010, different organizations. So that's it. And yes, I'm a Mandela Washington Fellow. We love to say it a lot. So, yeah. And I was at Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey. And prior to that, I interned at Brooklyn Defender Services. It's a pro bono outlet in New York. Almost like what I want to have in Nigeria. So I was there to get hands-on knowledge on what they do and
how they run it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that you have a 9 to 5.
Yes, I do.
So how do you do? So let me know let's talk about first of all the projects that you handle and why you're on the show.
Okay.
So please tell us a bit about your projects.
So I have not really an NGO. It's not an NGO. It's a law firm, but we do pro bono. So everything we do is free. So we focus mainly on the prisons, but we also do a lot of programs with women and then children. Like I was in the Badagry prison when the whole incident of child, inmates
underage inmates,
underage inmates was. And then what we do, we go to the prisons, we get cases and represent. But then it doesn't just stop at the representing. We have rehabilitation sessions. We give them life skills. We train them on different skills to do after the prison. And then also monitor to make sure that what we've taught you, you're doing it. Exactly. But then apart from that, I discovered that a lot of people that I was working with in the prisons were either orphans or from very poor backgrounds. And growing up, there are just two options. Either you get someone who will help you, like push you up, or you go into crime. And the peer pressure and all. So a lot of them go into crime. So I took a step further to run a mentorship session, just us teens. So I used to focus only on orphans, but now I have a lot of teenagers I work with. So we help them, give them alternatives to crime. And help them, show them that there are other ways, and then link them up with mentors again, people who continue the work after we've stopped. And then we have it like 3-4 times in a year. That's quarterly after each 3 months. Well, I'm working on seeing how we can make it like
great. Wow. So you did mention that this is pro bono work.
Oh yes.
It's not the company. It's not your day job, is it? This is just you as a legal practitioner. Yes. Doing your own bit. So why the need to do this? Why are you taking time out of no time to do this, to do these things?
Okay, so growing up, I lost my parents quite early, and I had people who took it upon themselves to make sure that I lived well and I was taken care of. And these are people I don't even know. These are not family members, really.
Okay.
So growing up and out of the need to also give back to people who are going through almost similar things I went through. it was just the need to give back that made me start this work. And searching myself, that was just the only skill I had that I could give as a lawyer. This is just what I know how to do. And I felt, okay, why not give back and try to do something with it?
Wow. Wow. So I know that you've been, how long have you been doing this now?
It's just for 3 years.
Did you
like
just
my
say
third year.
just? 3 years? Just? With a 9 to 5? You run all of this
Yes.
on your own? Do you have people who you work with, or you do this completely on your own?
I have volunteers who come in once in a while. Like I put out invitations. Facebook has really been helpful. Social media. And then I have a network of friends who are doing similar things that I do. So I call for people to volunteer and whatever skill you have to offer. So I try not to pay for much since I don't even have the money to pay for anything.
Okay. Is that in itself a challenge?
Oh yes, it's always a challenge trying to do something for free for people, because believe me, you keep asking people help, and
Because
people get tired of always giving to you to do projects.
So how do you sustain this project?
I have should I say the side hustle?
Oh, you have a side hustle.
Yes.
So you want to talk about that side hustle? So that side hustle feeds your pro bono. Wow.
Exactly, it does.
Wow. So you are committing your profits from your side hustle to this.
Yes.
But do you need more funding? For example, have you reached out to people to try this? Who do you think are the people? Because I've learned over the years that it's important for people to see the value that you're adding. So when you talk to donors, or when you're doing fundraising, what for them do you think is important for them to take back when they give you money?
I just tell you that you're gonna have a safe street, because security is an issue we all face, and if you allow people, hoodlums, to roam about and go to prison, they come out harder than they actually went in. So if you think you're staying in a mansion with all the long fences, like the high walls and everything, it will definitely get to you. I think it's just a matter of time before it gets to everybody.
So commit to society, to improving your society and security.
Exactly.
Wow. So now I'm going to state all of these things. You run a 9 to 5. You have pro bono business. You have a side hustle. Now my viewers do not know the other thing that you have, but when we come on the break, after the break, I'll let you in on her other many secrets. Welcome back, viewers. So yes, I was telling you about the many things that she's into. So let's recount. You run a 9 to 5. You do pro bono work, practically quarterly. You have a side hustle that you refuse to mention. And I know that you make reusable sanitary pads.
Yes, I do.
You are a woman of many parts. I want to say. So what's that about? Why do you do that? And please share.
Okay, so Cam, Mama Money.
Oh.
I attended one of our trainings, and I discovered that we had so many issues to discuss about, but then a lot of people always complained about not being able to afford the disposable pads. And then we said, okay, why not find something to do for these women? So when we traveled for the Mandela Washington Fellowship, and while we're in DC, what do we do about it? And then we started the whole reusable pad thing. So the goal is to permanently solve the problem of, should I say the word, like the M word, menstruation for women, and improve the hygiene. So we have like a pack. It comes with the whole kit and the soap and disinfectant and some other things.
So is this free?
Oh, again? Yes. We have people who donate. Like for now, it's not yet large scale, but we're hoping that a lot of people will see the need to do this, to give back. Yeah.
Great. But this is also targeted at rural women, or or any woman really can use it.
Any woman really can use it. Like I use them. Anybody can actually use them. So
fantastic.
It's really beautiful once you get to see it.
I'm going to be one of the first people that will use it.
Sure.
Okay,
no
great. And I'll talk about it on the show, how I use it. If you guys want to hear about it still. Okay. So let's talk about your impact with your pro bono work, and how that has impacted on some of your experiences going forward. So tell us about some of the work you've done and the impact basically.
Okay, so you find yourself doing something for people for free, and then a lot of people want to take you for granted.
Mm.
There was this case I handled. They were charged on the charge of stealing, and while we're in court, I will never forget this man because he really touched me. He kept lying about it, even to me, his lawyer, who was doing it practically for free for him. And he lied about the fact that he was not the one who committed the offense. He lied about the fact that he could not speak English. So I had to go about looking for an interpreter that I paid. You know, the court is supposed to provide an interpreter for you.
Yeah.
But I had to go about look for an interpreter, pay this person to please come to court and interpret for me. And then when I finished,
English.
Yes, he told me he could not speak English. And when I finished, and this man went back home, he called me and spoke good English to me, thanking me for all that I did.
Wow. And what did you tell him?
I felt cheated. Like, I felt
I just
so bad.
wasted some good money that I could have used on someone else.
Exactly. So when there are a lot of people
You're
who lie.
actually tearing up over
I know,
that.
like, it was so annoying.
Wow.
But then you don't let such experiences stop you from all the work you want to do.
Yeah.
You just keep doing what you want to do because in the end, it's going to help a lot of people.
It's going to count for something.
Exactly.
So how many people have benefited from your work?
Not too much directly.
Yes.
I have about 20 people who I freed from prison.
20 people freed from prison in 3 years.
Yes.
Please don't say that number ever is small because that's enormous work in 3 years. I know how stretched out the legal cases can be. So in 3 years, you've got 20 people out. Because of their adjournment. But as a lawyer, what's the legal system? I know that you're very passionate about, the Nigerian legal system. Is the legal system doing enough, really, as it is?
Yeah, there are so many areas that are working and so many areas that are not working. I always hit on the issue of adjournments. Like a case that ordinarily should take about 3 to 4 months on the tops, you have it going for like a year plus. I have a case that I'm handling now. I took it up like late last year, and they've been in prison since 2012. So you can just count.
So 2012, you took it up last year, so they've been in prison for 4 years.
Exactly. Before they were arraigned in court, when I took over
they were arraigned in court.
They have not been
taken to court. So they have not been taken to court. They've just been sitting in prison.
So you have so many of such. I have a friend who has done a case for someone. He freed people who were in prison for 17 years.
Waiting.
Yeah. So it just happens, and a lot of people just get tired and, okay, I've resigned. My fate is that I'm meant to be in the prison, so they just stay there.
Wow.
That's
you're doing such an enormous work, and I do hope that viewers at home can connect with this. I know that sometimes it really isn't about the comfort that you seek. It's about the fact that there are some people that will influence your life adversely. So how do you help them? How do you fix them? How do you ensure that these things do not? Because at the end of the day, you can actually be selfish about how you're giving or you're helping with fundraisings or things like this ensures that you are covered. So there are always benefits attached to these things. So you spoke about releasing, helping with 20 people in 3 years. How do you ensure? Now that doesn't have to be entirely your duty, but I'm just curious. How do you ensure that they stay off crime? How do you ensure that they are properly reintegrated back into the society? Do you have any activity around that? With what you do?
Sure. Okay, so I one of the organizations I volunteered with then, Gender Advocacy for Justice, they work with trafficked victims. And I discovered that some of them found themselves back to the sex trade. So when I started my work, I learned from that experience. So that was why I started the rehabilitation. Because I know a lot of friends, like my friend Ahmed, who's also into the prison work. He's had people go back to prison. And that was what prompted the need for him to start his rehabilitation process. So learning from all those experiences, I decided to start the rehabilitation process as they are coming out. But in fact, while they are in prison. But I don't run the prison work, so I don't really want to take credit for it. Ahmed runs the prison work.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has he's like trying to revive the workshops in the prisons to give them something to do.
So
exactly.
like vocational skills.
Exactly. So when you come out, and then we follow up. We partner with Poise Nigeria.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so we have a training session. We have training sessions with them. And then after that, from the network of friends that I have, carpenters, catering, whatever skill you are interested in, IT, whatever you want to do. I have someone, he said he wants to go back to school, and his family, he's in Kadpoli right now. His family were so fortunate. Yes, he's in Kadpoli.
Wow.
I think I should talk a bit about him,
Yeah,
because
you
he
should.
was one of
those are some of your impact. The impact, the people that, because you just told me about a very painful failure.
Yeah.
So it's important that you tell me about the success stories, how this has been. Okay.
So he was in prison, and he was one of my very first. And when he came out of prison, and I kept following up and making
How
sure he
old
was.
he at the time?
I think he was like 24 or so.
Okay.
So following up with him and all that, I don't know how he was beginning to take it. Like, he felt I was in love with him.
Oh,
This is someone that...
You're such a young, pretty lady.
Thank you. Okay, so this is someone that you're trying to just follow up to make sure your work is going very well.
Okay.
So, and coming out, he's lost a lot of friends. He was in prison for about 4 years. He lost a lot of friends. So I was like his first point of contact, someone who was showing him affection and all that. And he was thinking I actually was interested in him in another way. It took me a while to sit him down and let him know, look, I'm just sincerely interested in you. I am not in love with you. Go back to school and make something good for your life. And we've maintained a relationship. Like, I call him once in a while to check on his schoolwork and everything he's doing. And also,
but I think that's something that happens generally with when you help people. They get very sentimental attachments to you, and so it might not just be. It's not. So I don't think it's particularly peculiar to.
I don't think it is.
Yes, because that's something. Okay, so you do follow through. You're talking to me about. So how did you get back to school?
He has a family that was ready to help.
Okay,
but this was what happened in his case. He was in prison and refused to tell his family that he was in prison because he was ashamed of everything that happened.
Was he guilty?
No, he wasn't. But then what happens is that they have access to phones in the prison. So he kept communicating with his family members and making them feel he was okay and in Lagos and working.
Wow.
So it was after...
And how long was he in prison before you found him?
I met him in his second year.
In prison?
Yes. So...
And he was constantly in deception and denial.
Exactly.
Because you see, so why I ask that is, there might be some more who are in denial. For him to have done that consecutively, there might be some more in denial. So I'm thinking, is that something, maybe the workshops that you have whilst you work with them? Yeah. So, because how did you spot that out? How did you spot out that he was in denial?
It was towards while the case was going on. I had to sit him down and ask him, what is really happening? You don't look like... He wasn't... most of them look a bit hungry and unkept and all. He was always very clean, and I had to ask him. He's finished SSC. He was, and he had to open up and tell me, okay, this is it. I'm from this kind of family, but for the fear that put my family to shame, I just had to lie that I'm still working in Lagos.
So you describe such a phenomenal work. Do you have challenges? I'm sure you do, but so tell us what are your challenges?
Okay, first it's the issue of finances, getting to scale what I do because I keep doing very little at a time, and then I need more people to believe in what I'm doing, and then I need more volunteers, more people to believe in what I do, and start working with me. Expecting nothing.
Do you? Well, yeah, that's something to to consider. Do you ever think that you will leave your day job and focus on this full time?
Oh, yes.
You have plans to? Very soon. I trust that will happen soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so please look at our wall of fame. We have on our wall people who have done fantastic stuff. Let me help the viewers by talking to you about who these people are. There's Helen Keller, there's Miriam Makeba, and right up we have Mahatma Gandhi, there's Mary Celeste, there's Mother Teresa. I'm sure everybody knows that. There's Martin Luther King. And right behind me, we have Yuvan Shaka Shaka, Nelson Mandela, Rosa Parks, and Abraham Lincoln. Who's your best pick?
Okay. My first
who you're looking at.
Yeah, Mother Teresa.
And
maybe Mary Celeste.
No, choose what?
Okay. Mother Teresa.
Okay. Why her?
she lived her life giving, and I found my place in service. So I feel we connect better.
So when they pay you salary, you are not fulfilled.
No, I end up using most of it sometimes to do the work I'm doing.
Bosses, you heard her. She's not fulfilled when you pay her salary. But you like the salary.
Yes.
Because it helps you fund your vision and your passion.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does,
so please give us your last words. What would you like the viewers to know?
Okay.
Yes, what would you like us to know?
Okay, security is an issue that affects all of us. No matter how high your fence is, when the whole riot sets in and everything happens, it affects all of us. So we should learn more to invest in security. So that's it.
Okay, so how can people reach you to volunteer, to partner with you?
Okay.
And to fund, help fund your
yes,
your vision.
it's very important. So I'm on Facebook, Janet Gbam, Instagram, Janet Gbam, Twitter, Janet Gbam is just Janet Gbam everywhere, and LinkedIn, all of them Janet Gbam.
Do you want to give our phone number so people can reach
yes,
you?
Yes, please. So my number is 08030425562. And I have a website.
Okay, great.
www.fortitudeattorneys.com.
Okay, fantastic. Viewers, you've heard her. She's one individual putting a big dent in the legal system of Nigeria. You should join her. As a matter of fact, it will help you and security will be a lot better. Till next time.